Nobody, and I mean nobody, can stop Donald J. Trump. He announced about a week ago that he has this Gaza plan, this big plan that all the Gazans are going to go to Jordan or Egypt. Jordan and Egypt then said, we're not taking even a single Gazan into our territory. Not going to happen. Then, just now, Jordan King Abdullah actually sat down with Donald J. Trump. And one of the reporters obviously asked them a question. And check out how the Jordanian king folds right in front of Trump. Brilliant job by Trump here.
Does the king take in the Palestinian people? He's made clear he doesn't want to.
Well, I don't know, but he may have just something to say because we discussed just briefly. I think maybe you want to say it now, or?
Well, Mr. President, I think we have to keep in mind that there is a plan from Egypt and the Arab countries. We're being invited by Mohammed bin Salman to discussions in Riyadh. I think the point is how do we make this work in a way that is good for everybody? Right. Obviously, we have to look at the best interests of the United States, of the people in the region, especially to my people of Jordan. And we're going to have some interesting discussions today. I think one of the things that we can do right away is take 2,000 children that are either cancer children or in a very ill state to Jordan as quickly as possible, and then wait for, I think, the Egyptians to present their plan on how we can work with the president to work on the Gaza challenges.
And we'll be working on the rest with Egypt. I think you're going to see some great progress. I think with Jordan, you're going to see some great progress. Three of us, and we'll have some others helping, and we're going to have some others at a very high level helping, and the whole thing will come. It's not a complex thing to do. And with the United States being in control of that piece of land, a fairly large piece of land, you're going to have stability in the Middle East for the first time. And the Palestinians, or the people that live now in Gaza, will be living beautifully in another location. They're going to be living safely. They're not going to be killed, murdered, and having to leave every 10 years, because I've been watching this for so many years. It's nothing but trouble.
So just brilliant. He says, well, don't you have an announcement to make, King of Jordan? Aren't you going to say something? They just asked me a question. They're putting all the pressure on me. I'm going to pass it over to you. Are you going to capitulate? And he capitulated. He bent the knee on live TV. And really, you know, the King of Jordan pretty much seems like he's a big MAGA fan at this point. Hear what he has to say about Donald J. Trump bringing peace to the Middle East.
President, I truly believe that with all the challenges that we have in the Middle East, that I finally see somebody that can take us across the finish line to bring stability, peace, and prosperity to all of us in the region. And it is, I think, our collective responsibility in the Middle East to continue to work with you, to support you, to achieve those lofty goals. So I'm very delighted to be here. And as you said, sir, we've got some very interesting discussions ahead.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much.
Very good, little doggy. Very good. Keep doing that. Keep singing my praises. Now, bear in mind, this is a guy that just a week ago said, no way, it's a crazy plan. Donald J. Trump is not going to take over Gaza. There's going to be no relocation of Palestinians. Now he's like, well, we'll take in 2,000 now, and then we'll work on other solutions down the line. Just like this, you know, with the snap of Donald J. Trump's finger, Jordan capitulates. Now, it did not stop there. Again, a reporter asked King Abdullah, you know, do you like this plan of Trump's, you know, to take over Gaza? And hear his response.
King Abdullah, what do you think about the U.S. taking over the Gaza Strip? Do you want to see the U.S. own the Gaza Strip?
Well, I think, as I said earlier, the president is looking at Egypt coming to present their plan. As I said, we will be in Saudi Arabia to discuss how we can work with the president and with the United States. So I think let's wait until the Egyptians can come and present it to the president and not get ahead of ourselves.
And is there a parcel of land in Jordan that you're willing to have Palestinians?
Well, I think what we said, I have to look at the best interests of my country. I think the president is very happy that we do this thing with 2,000 children as quickly as possible. And again, I believe that the president is looking forward to getting a group of us Arabs here to discuss the overall plan.
And last question, the 2,000 children, are those from the Gaza Strip?
Absolutely, from the Gaza Strip.
Are you willing to change your mind, Mr.
That's
President?
from the Gaza Strip, the 2,000.
Are you willing to change your mind if you hear the Egyptian and the Arab plan end of the month? If they present you something different, are you open to
I
other
think
plans?
we sort of have gone down the line. We know pretty much what is going to be presented. And I think it's going to be something that's going to be magnificent for the Palestinians. They're going to be in love with it. I did very well with real estate. I can tell you about real estate. They're going to be in love with it.
But Mr. President,
So the man that wrote The Art of the Deal is now basically telling these Arab states, you do this, you do that. If not, we're going to cut off aid. And basically they all bend the knee. They all say, oh, yes, Daddy Trump, what do you want me to do? Oh, reporting for duty, sir. Reporting for duty. Please tell me which direction to go. It's just, he lines them up. You know, what do you want me to do? A reporter had the audacity to ask him, what authority do you have to take over the Gaza Strip?
And Mr. President, take it under what authority? It is sovereign territory.
Under the U.S. authority.
That simple. Under our authority, under my authority, Trump authority. Brilliant. And the U.S. holds all the cards. They're the biggest superpower with regard to the military, with regard to economic output, and that is why the world depends on it, and that is why he is able to basically dictate what these dictators should do. He's dictating the dictators. And then he actually talked about one last thing, which is the hostages, and why he made that deadline. If you're not following, he made a sort of deadline for Hamas to release the hostages, which is this Saturday, that if they don't release them by noon this Saturday, all hell is going to break loose. And hear what he has to say about that and why he's doubling down on that.
People are, so I don't want to do 2 and then we do another 2 in another week and then we do 4 in 3 weeks. No. They either have them out by Saturday at 12 o'clock or all bets are off.
Mr. President.
All bets are off. All hell breaks loose. Those are two phrases that Netanyahu and the Israeli government should have uttered the second that these hostages were taken. You have 24 hours. If you don't do A, B, and C, the Gaza Strip will be leveled. Okay, we are not playing around. Enough, humanitarian aid, giving food to our enemies, helping terrorists survive. BS. Bullshit crap. And Donald J. Trump understands that. Donald J. Trump speaks Arabic, unlike a lot of Israeli leaders. So in summary, Donald J. Trump is the new dictator of the Middle East. He is reshaping the Middle East before our very eyes. And the genius strategy that he's employing is taking an extreme position and then slowly walking it back. So you take an extreme position, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and then saying, oh, actually, I'm going to be nice and actually only do X and Y and not going to, do that last thing. And then, that way he's able to get most of what he wants without any real opposition, as well as almost like, oh, wow, thank you, Donald Trump, for not going all the way. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos at Jewish Uncensored, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JewishUncensored, or you can leave a super thanks in the chat below. Thank you and have a good one.